Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Basically Sisters podcast. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Natalia.
Happy
Happy
Monday.
Monday. We need to say that again.
What is that? What is that in Spanish? Don't tell me. Let me think.
Um,
What is
think about
Monday in
happy.
Spanish?
Are you
I know
kidding me?
feliz. I
I
know
was hoping.
happy. Come on. Come on.
I was literally about to say, do you
Wait.
not know Felice? Okay, you got 5 seconds. 5, 4,
What
3,
is
2.
miércoles? What is
That's
that?
Wednesday. Lunes
Damn.
is Monday. Lunes, martes,
Lunes.
miércoles, jueves, viernes. So, Feliz Lunes for our Spanish speaking audience.
Feliz lunes.
I'm weak.
I'm
Ashley's gonna
trying,
become.
y'all.
She's trying. She's gotten pretty good, honestly.
I be understand. I've
Be
been pretty good
understanding.
lately. I be understanding. I just can't reply.
I'm weak. That's
So
funny.
I think that's better than nothing. But anyway, happy Monday.
We hope
Hope you
everyone's
guys
doing.
are, yeah,
And we'll,
doing great.
and we'll say it again. Happy International Women's Month.
Bow, 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 bow.
We're gonna say it every episode until the month's over.
Period.
We
Because
deserve it.
we deserve
All the
it.
women out there really deserve it. We hope you guys are treating yourselves. We hope the people around you are also treating you well. And
Exactly.
we hope everyone, especially the other gender, the male species, is educating themselves on the issues, the societal issues that come with being a woman.
Exactly.
Um, but that's what they say in general. Like this month is to like educate, which every history month is really to educate. Like obviously we're
Exactly.
celebrating women, but also it's important to like because again, a lot of things going on that are kind of scary for women. Um,
Facts.
but yeah. Anyways, how have you been?
I've been
How
all
was your
right.
How was your International Women's Day?
It was good. I don't know what I did.
Yeah, I worked.
I think I just worked. Yeah, like did my normal.
Yeah, I worked. I did something after work, but I worked and then yeah. Did you get any
Yeah.
Happy International Women's texts?
I got them from my friends. Pretty sure my auntie sent me one. That's about it.
I didn't get any at work.
Yeah. That's I would say,
Or like
my
no,
usual is that's racially motivated, but that's gender motivated now, I think. Cuz
no. Have I?
why?
This is. It reminds me of that one meme. Like, did you that TikTok of that girl brought it on her Teams meeting with all men? She's like, "Did you know
Oh
that today
yeah.
is International Woman?" And they were all like stressed because they didn't
Yeah, they
know.
felt bad, yeah. That's
Funny.
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've just been vibing. The weather here, I'm sick and tired of
I'm
it.
ready for spring.
So ready for spring, bro. And it's gonna so by the time you guys are listening to this, we sprung forward because that's this weekend. We're recording this on Friday. So that's this weekend. So how are you feeling about that, Natalia?
I'm ready. I'm ready for um more light, less seasonal depression. Leaving the office when there's light outside.
Heavy on that. Like the seasonal depression is beating me down right
I'm
now.
ready for longer days. I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for spring. I'm ready. Like I just need. I thrive in the spring, summer,
Same.
winter.
And
I thrive
fall.
too, and fall. I do thrive in the winter. I just thrive way more in these other seasons, and
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
ready.
thrive as much. I
I'm
work
ready.
more, I feel like.
The
I'm
waistlines
just
be
like in
moving a little
my
bit more.
oh nah.
They're looser. They're looser.
We gotta loosen them up, baby. They've been frozen. They've been in
They've
hibernation a
been
little
frozen.
bit.
I'm ready
So
to do some
wait till that.
stretches. I'm gonna do some stretches.
We're gonna have to do some hip openers
The
for sure.
waistlines definitely went to hibernation. They were
Yeah.
only used a few times,
Yeah.
and it was
Could
making
count on my one
creaking
hand.
sounds.
No, that's lack of cartilage in the bone in the joints. So yeah, I can't wait for
No, but
my
there's something
they're
about summer and the
defrosting. They're
waistlines.
defrosting, baby.
They're
The
defrost.
waistlines are defrosting right now.
They're defrosting. Wait till April. whew, God, they're gonna be May. It's clipped. It's clipped.
Just think prime like July, August. Waistline is gonna
Ooh,
go crazy.
smooth, smooth.
Smooth, yeah, smooth. Not the
Oh
creaky
God,
the
imagine.
creaky waistlines we got right now.
Wait, I'm just dying if like this was somebody's first episode and they just don't even know our reference about waistlines are moving. Go listen to our
Yeah,
waistlines are moving up.
facts. We
That's
have a
our
whole
phrase.
episode.
That's our phrase. We need to trademark
Waist.
that.
I'm gonna get it tattooed on my waistline. I'm just gonna put it on my waistline. It's just gonna say moving.
And we started a new thing. Wait, I'm not just moving. I'm done with this. No, we started a new thing with our friends. I don't know if we mentioned it before. We did waistline check. I
Before we
was
go out,
literally drunk. I was like, all right, guys, waistline check. In my head, I was just dying. I was like, why did I come up with that? Then
we
we
had
do a
to
waist.
make sure
It's fire though.
everybody's waistlines were intact, babe.
Yeah,
Gotta
we
make
need
sure
a
you're
more
good.
warm up. We need more warm up next time before we do
Again,
waistline check.
dynamic stretches. That's what's gonna have to be required for a little bit.
Oh
Till
gosh.
till the waistlines are used to it. Till they're back in their normal habitat. We gotta do some dynamic stretches, some
Yeah,
hip
they need to be stretched. And
openers.
we're saying this to everyone, no matter who you are,
Facts.
gender,
You don't want
age.
Memorial Day. You don't want Memorial Day weekend to come up on you and you over here throwing out your back. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not prepped for the waistline. You're not prepped for the movements. You know what I'm saying?
Start
Which
prepping. We're telling you now. Start
start
prepping.
from now.
Start
Summer's
prepping. We're
almost
gonna
100 days away
once
or something.
once
You're
April, so
good.
we're gonna do a 30-day challenge. Get your
30-day waistline challenge. Every
get
day you do something
the
regarding your
waistline move.
waistline.
I'm
I think
really
that's a
done.
great idea. Y'all let us know if you want to see that.
Yeah, I think it's a
That
fire idea. Are you kidding
that
me?
wouldn't be for free though.
We're
Y'all ain't seen this waistline for
Patreon.
yeah, Patreon. OnlyFans.
Oh gosh. All right, all
Anyway,
right.
how have
And
you
by
been? Did I
waistlines
ask
moving,
that?
maybe we need to just quickly say this. By waistlines moving, we mean dancing in the club, people. All right, that's what we
Yeah,
mean.
yeah. Nothing else really. I mean, unless
Okay,
you want to take it that way, take it however you want to take it. But
take it however you want to. But we're
we talking
talking
about the
waistlines are
waistline
moving
moving, like
at the club.
at the
Are your hips
club, like
moving?
exactly, like that's what we talking about. Get your mind out the gutter. Get your mind out the
Anyways,
gutter, folks. Yeah. Anyway, if y'all know, y'all know.
y'all know, yeah, thanks. I've been good. I've been super exhausted this week. Like, just too many things going on. Barely got
It doesn't
sleep.
help that it gets dark, Matt. Like, even I know,
Yeah.
like we passed that point to where it's like we passed the shortest day of the year. So like now it's kind of like 5:30. Like it's starting to
Hmm.
get dark, but even still, it's like I blink my eyes, it's dark, and like my body is like, all right, you're done. Like your day's done. Like you're not doing anything else. You're going to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just, I don't know, just too much. City life sometimes can be very overwhelming. Like, there's just so many things. Like, with working, it's just a lot. I'm ready to just, whoo, man, just decompress this weekend. Even though I have a
We
busy
need a
weekend.
trip. We're gonna be taking flights this summer, y'all. Don't worry. The content coming. The content
Yeah,
coming.
the content's coming. But yeah, overall, pretty good. Um, but yeah, so should we jump in? We're gonna do just a quick, very, very brief. We're not gonna do this every week talking about like pop culture, but we have to this week. We're gonna like literally time ourselves 5 minutes starting now. We're talking about
Burr, burr, burr.
Bad Bunny and freaking y'all know who. KJ.
Good night.
Freaking
Not
Culture Vulture.
herself.
Can't
Which
cut a
that
cucumber. I'm kidding.
yeah,
Let me stop. Let me
it's
stop.
Kendall Jenner, which I don't
Kendall
understand because
Jenner.
she's the one that has her own tequila line, right?
Yeah, I heard it's bad too.
That makes no I find that so strange, but
Yeah. So basically, if y'all haven't
okay.
seen the headlines, if y'all haven't been on social media, Bad
Which
Bunny has
props to
been
you.
officially seen kissing Kendall Jenner. So there's like speculation that they're together. It's no longer a PR stunt. People don't know honestly. Like, I even
I
regardless if
don't
it's a
take
PR stunt
anything
or not,
exactly.
I don't care. Like he could have done a PR stunt with so many other, like
But I want to that's why I'm like even more so I'm like I feel like it's a PR stunt because I don't trust anything that the Kardashians and Jenners do. I don't trust any of their relationships.
me either. They have their
So,
like he's who is his team? Because out of all people, like regardless of it just like him going against like his culture, like everything he sings, regardless of that, I'm talking about does he not know the whole Kardashian curse? Like has he not like does he not
um
see what that family has done to every person I've dated's like careers basically?
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just so shocked that he came from like this peak and he just could have kept just vibing and riding the wave. No. So
Maybe
I'm annoyed by it. And so just to clarify why people should be some people don't really know because if they don't listen to their music like his music,
yeah, clarify.
like people are upset because his music is very much like promoting like Latin culture, Puerto Rican culture, how like people are gentrifying Puerto Rico, trying to take their culture from them, like appropriate it, profit off of it. Like his like main like one of his songs, like he has like a huge line that says like le falta sazon, like they want to be us, but they don't have like the seasoning that we do. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And like everyone like that's what he's like very much known for is like how much he like is such a big advocate for Latin culture and like everything we bring to the table, especially Puerto Ricans. So the fact that he went to date a Kardashian out of all people, like one of the that family, I mean, we've said it on this podcast so many times, like is the definite if you were to look up cultural appropriation, that family is like prime example in every single way. And
Literally.
like Kendall Jenner, like specifically has done so many problematic things. Like the Pepsi commercial, the what's it called? The tequila brand that she basically just appropriated. Like there I just don't get it. That's why everyone's just like annoyed. Like we're just like, I don't know. So
I don't know. I
yeah.
know I don't know if that's him trying to like rebel and try to let people know like, "Oh no, I really do what I want to do. Like I don't care what
Yeah, he lives
anyone
by his lyrics. Yeah.
thinks." Which I mean, it is what it is. I don't really care that much. I just
Can't
find it
really
very interesting.
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't care that much about his dating life. Like I know everyone was on like the whole Gabby, like following what he was like doing there. I'm like, it was kind of sad to like watch that happen because I kind of felt a little bad for her, but I didn't. His dating life is his dating life, but this just in general, like, it gives me like just I don't know. I don't like it. I still
Yeah,
like his
I don't know.
music, but like I don't know. I just like everyone said, he's in the timeout corner.
Facts. Now
Like
the comment sections be having me done. I'm like,
no,
yeah,
they're literally like I cannot honestly. I don't know. But yeah, I
Benito,
guess we'll see
Benito,
where that
Benito.
goes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we'll keep y'all updated or not, because I don't really give a damn. I just
No,
find it
that I we
very
just
odd.
odd. We just had to like just say it and that's it. And like also
That's it.
I just want to like bring up I think a lot of people are also very annoyed cuz it's like have you seen those like that TikTok sound it's like we just can't beat this team. We can't
No,
beat this
literally,
literally
literally.
just like we can't beat the and I think it just makes like for any like like woman like Latina or woman of color like I just feel like not that it's like bringing back like past traumas, but I just feel like this is a common thing that's happened like kind of getting chosen over like by like a like not getting I mean like a white girl getting chosen over you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like the most like I hate to say like the most basic kind of like bland. Like she's so bland. You know what I mean?
very bland.
And like there's not this is any like hate towards her. I'm just saying like I don't know. I just feel like everyone's like it's just annoying. Like we literally just can't beat this team.
At
We
all.
can't. I'm just like I don't know.
It is what it is.
It is yeah.
If
He can
if
make his own
if
decisions.
somebody decides to date anyone from that family, it's giving like side eye.
A side eye like if
It's
this
giving
ruins
it's
your
giving blank
career,
stare.
if
Like,
it ruins his
what are you doing?
career, I'm not I don't really like not that I don't feel bad, but he knew what he was doing with that.
Exactly.
And also, how are
So
they communicating? That's what everyone's trying to figure out, how they're
that's what
communicating.
I was wondering because I'm like, yeah, he's getting his English. His English isn't bad, but it's not great. And like, I feel like
And I
she's
know
gonna be
she
one of those
just
type
gotta
of
speak,
people that like doesn't try to understand it either.
or
Like,
she'll be
speak
like,
English.
or no, she'll be like
Like one of
delicioso, like one of those that's
good night.
yeah, muy bonito.
Yeah,
All right,
mucho
we
gusto. Like, okay, girl.
oh gosh. Anyways, all right. Well, that's our 2 cents on that. Let us know what y'all think. Maybe we're gonna pop a poll.
Yeah, we're gonna pop a poll.
Let us know
How
your
y'all feeling
thoughts.
about it,
How y'all
chill?
feeling about it. But anyways, we're jumping into the topic. Again, we're doing Women's History Month, different topics that are very applicable. I find this one like very important topic in many different ways, especially for being a woman. And we're talking about body image, like just the pressure of like what is put on women, like how we have to look every single day, and kind of like our journeys with that, how we like see society, like how much it has changed since like we've been like kids. And yeah, so I guess let's just start off with first, like I have a few. Well, I guess what is your overall like, let's first talk about social media and body image, because I feel like that's like the biggest thing. I know we've touched on it in this like on this podcast before, but like how have you kind of seen it evolve, or like when did you kind of start to like, have you ever experienced any insecurities based on social media when you were younger now, or I don't know.
Um, yeah, I definitely have. Especially as a black woman, there's a certain type that you should be, way that you
Mhm.
should be. Because black women are like, and also like Hispanic women too are like hypersexualized, and like
Mhm.
their bodies are hypersexualized, especially black women and
Mhm.
Hispanic women. Our hips are a little bigger. We might have like a little
Mhm.
bigger chest, like things like
Mhm.
that. And with social media, it just made it like crazy. Like that's all you were seeing is like this whole BBL trend. It's just interesting because I just remember like when I was younger, because I used to watch like 106 in Park, and I would watch like all these music videos and stuff. And like
Mhm.
thinner thin girls were like in like natural
Mhm.
bodies were like really the big thing.
Mhm.
Um and then I just seen it over the time like go to like, oh yeah, BBLs, like
Mhm.
big butts, da da da, when like for years that was never like the standard. Like
Mhm.
if you had a big butt, it was like okay. But now it's like everyone's going to DR and all these other places to get that
Yeah.
done. And it's just very interesting because it's like they like to make it they like that on certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like when a black woman has or a Hispanic woman like naturally has like a big butt, it's like looked at weird.
Yeah.
Like at least it was before.
Mhm.
But if it's like a white girl that has a big butt, it's like, oh my God, like it's just very interesting how
Yeah. How
it
different.
it changes
Mhm.
for different types of women, like
I
the
completely agree.
what the standard is. Like even
Yeah.
like my lips, like
Mhm.
I got them big, I was saying I got some nice lips, they're a little
Yeah.
juicy. But now everybody's getting lip filler. Like it's just very interesting.
Yeah.
Especially it's so funny that we're talking about the Kardashians, child. Wanna
Yeah.
look like black women, but don't ever credit them for
Ever.
anything. Very, very interesting. But we
Yeah.
move.
I
But yeah, so that's kind of been all I'm seeing, and like obviously like the whole BBL trend,
Mhm.
which I feel like it's slowly like not as like
It's definitely
popular anymore. Like it's slowed
it's
down.
right. I think the BBL trend is going down because so many people were getting it. That's what happens with like any one of these trends, is that like it starts to become undesirable once everyone has it. You know what I
or
mean?
or when it's like a certain demographic.
Certain demographic. Yep, that's a great way of putting it. And I like, yeah, the BBL thing was like crazy. I feel like it was so short lived though. Like it was like it just really goes to show how quick trends are changing, because usually like I feel like the skinny era lasted like 10 15 years.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And then it went like BBL was maybe like 2019 to like maybe 2022. Like it's still kind of happening, but like not really. It died
Yeah.
down. So I feel like, and I also feel like like the breast implants, like having big boobs was like longer too. Like now, not
Yeah.
many people are doing that.
Yeah,
You know, like not many
for
people,
sure.
because I think we're going back into the skinny trend.
Yeah,
Because
I
like
think
low
so
rise
too.
jeans are coming back or whatever,
Yeah, the mini
which
skirts.
I won't
Like,
be
come
parts.
on. You know them
I won't be.
girls that got them BBLs can't wear no mini skirt.
Yeah,
That ain't
where
fitting
are you sitting anywhere? Because
them.
that's my question. But yeah, I think for me, like social media, like I would be lying if I said it didn't have an impact ever on my life. Like we grew up with social media. Like I got Instagram when I was like 14, 13, 14. I was a freshman in high school. And to be fair though, like back then it wasn't as much like influencer culture and like all that wasn't as big, but like I was following like celebrities that had Instagram, you know, and like obviously
Mhm.
everyone was posting their best pictures. And I don't know when Facetune started to become a thing, but I think we were still in high school. And that is like that whole idea of Facetune is just like crazy to me because like we're literally comparing ourselves to something that's like not even real. I know that
Literally like
sounds
AI generated.
it's literally AI generated, like it's not even a real person and we're still comparing ourselves. Like don't get me wrong, there are very very beautiful women that are just like naturally beautiful, born beautiful, but like some of the people that just like change the way their like body looks, which I'm not hating if anyone did it. I'm just saying like or people who have like big platforms and like to make their body look a certain way or their face or they got rid of things like they got like rid of like acne or something or like imperfections or they like made their like face look like more snatched or something
Mhm.
and like we're comparing ourselves to think we need to look that way when
Yeah.
again it's AI generated like that it's like a robot and like
Yeah.
it's not even like it's like a cartoon like it's weird to me that like
I always
that
thought that
became
was weird because I'm like, I never use that stuff because I would
hmm
always see the people get like called out on it. Like
hmm
back in the early days, people were calling them out like, okay,
well because some
you
people
went a
like
little
didn't
too hard with the face tune.
well, if you, like, also do it to your body, like, you can see it sometimes, like, the
Yeah,
blur, like, if you
exactly.
go
Like
with your background.
the floor doesn't move like that.
Right.
The
Yeah.
wall doesn't look like that. Like we know
Yeah.
you made your waist a little smaller and made the hips a little bigger.
Right.
Which
Yeah.
I mean, to each
I
their
mean,
own,
if you
but
wanna do it, like, it is what it is. I just find it, like I
I just
also
find it
think
sad that people feel like
it
that they
is.
have to do that.
I agree. I think I find it very sad, and I don't think the person doing it is the problem. I think it's society in general that's kind of, like, made them feel like they have to do that. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Because it's also very addicting. Like, once you start making those changes, you're like, wow, like I kind of look good with this. You just keep going and
Mhm.
keep going. Like it
Yeah.
can be like because I like the only time I use one that used Facetune, I use like an app that was like to get like do a Photoshop on someone else, like not even to like change anyone's appearance,
Yeah.
but like it was like a color thing. Like someone's face was just like completely red relative to everyone else's. So I like
Yeah.
changed it, and then you could like start changing people's like you can do like jaw size or like
Yeah.
smile bigger. And I was like, I'm like, what is this? So I just started playing with it. I'm like,
Smile bigger.
it was like
That's
change your
crazy.
smile, like make it. It was weird. I was like, wow. Like, and then I started to see. I'm like, this could be like addicting because it's like, oh, this one like no one would notice. They just
Yeah.
keep going and going and going.
Yeah.
And but it's like, I don't know, honestly. Like, I just find it so. It's really just sad to me because again, women feel like they have to do all these things, you know, to be accepted in society, to be, you know,
Exactly.
I don't know. But going back to like high school, I would say like what do you like did you feel like outside of social media that there was like a pressure or like that people would impose like body image issues? Like not even body image, like that you had to look a certain way.
I think for me it was very even from a young age because
Mhm.
where we went to school it was there wasn't many
People that look
minorities,
like
let
yeah.
alone black, people, so let alone black girls
Mhm.
that were within like in my grade or anything. So like from younger, like my body was already like different from everyone else's. Like my
Mhm.
hips were, I had hips in like sixth, seventh grade. Like, you
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like, so I think, I don't know. It didn't. I never really like compared myself to anyone else, but it
Mhm.
was very interesting when it was like people were talking about like their jean size, and I'm like, girl,
Oh
you size
gosh.
2. I'm a size 8.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? And
And
I'm in
that was
like
like a thing.
sixth grade.
Let's
That
talk
was
about
a thing.
the Abercrombie days. That brand
See,
is
me,
now they
my
did a
I wasn't
rebrand or
buying
whatever.
any of that.
No,
Yeah,
me either.
they did a
They did a
rebrand, yeah.
rebrand because that whole they were a horrible brand. They should have
Well,
gone
there's like a
canceled.
Hulu doc on them.
Yeah. Oh, with the
So,
models? Was that
yeah.
Hollister or Abercrombie? Oh,
I think it was
that
like
was
both. They
weird.
did it for
Oh
both.
god. Yeah, yeah. But I like because they would make like their sizes would maybe go up to like what, like 8? Not even. Like it was like triple zero, double zero,
Yeah,
like,
double zero. I'm like,
and
girl.
I will never forget, like, to be fair, like I never, like, looking back, I kind of always thought I was like a little bit like not like chubbier, but I didn't feel like I had the same body relative to people that I was like around. But that was just because like I like my where my body stores fat and stuff is just different. You know what I mean?
Same.
And I think like growing up, I would compare myself and like just because I was like maybe a teeny like one size bigger, like but also like the girls did that. Like I remember one time in like the gym locker room, they were talking about like who had the smallest size or whatever in Abercrombie. Like, oh, I'm a zero. Oh, I'm a double zero. And like stuff like that subconsciously like gets to you. You can hear it
Yeah.
and like makes you feel a certain type of way. You know what I mean? Like that you don't.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I really don't know what it was, but like for me, I think I kind of just like owned it because like I didn't mind it.
Mhm.
Like I had a bigger butt and I wasn't getting no complaints. If anything, I
Yeah,
was getting the looks because I was a rare commodity
I'm weak.
in our school. So it
Yeah.
wasn't anything. And I was like, I know my body is not ever going to be that. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
why I
yeah, yeah.
never
No,
like
no, no.
compared myself really. I just
Mhm,
found
that's
like things
good.
like more like interesting, like, oh, you're 2? Okay, girl. I'm an 8.
Yeah,
Got a little got a little wagon, got a little hill on my
yeah,
back, on my lower back. So I
yeah,
got a little humps on my back, my lower back. So yeah, luckily for me it wasn't I never it mainly
yeah.
if anything it was like my stomach. That was like maybe the only thing. Cause
Mhm.
I would see girls just eat whatever they want and be a twig.
Yeah,
And I'm
I
like,
agree
girl,
with that part.
what the
Yeah.
hell? What are your
Mhm.
genetics? And pass them. Cause I would like to eat. Cause that's
Yeah.
what like what you were saying, like where my body like stores fat. It's like my midsection, my
Mhm.
thighs, basically from my knees up.
Yeah.
That's where it stores
Same.
fat. So that's why I'm like, damn, like they eat more than me, bruh. Like, and they over
Yeah.
here looking like a twig.
Yeah, I don't know, honestly. I think for me, that was mainly more in middle school than it was in high school. But I think like I I think as like time evolved, like towards the obviously when I got out of high school, like I was relatively confident in like who I was. I mean,
Hmm.
nobody's perfect, that happens.
Yeah.
But like I will say like apart from body image issues, you know what my biggest insecurity was my skin because I used to have
Mm,
acne and I think and people would like make fun of me for it or like kind of say like that to me like so I started wearing makeup at a pretty young age. Like I started wearing well not a lot of makeup, like I would wear like concealer and foundation. Like thank God now I have like pretty clear skin. Like I mean I have like it's not, no one's skin I mean some people's skin is perfect, good for them, but like
yeah.
um I don't mind my skin now, but like growing up, I was like I started wearing makeup maybe like 8th grade, at least, like to cover everything, and all it would do was make it worse because I was using
Yeah.
products that would just clog my pores, and
Hmm.
then like I would either like then some people would like make fun of me for wearing too much makeup or something. They'd be like, "Oh my god, like I can tell you wear like a lot of makeup to like, cover up your acne." Like there's
That's when you need to start just looking back. You should have beat them up straight up.
no, I mean
You
I
should
was
have
pretty
told
shy.
me, and I probably would have beat them up for real.
This was like eighth, and then once I
I
started to
know.
like learn how to actually do like match my color to my like
Well,
like
that's just messed up to me. Like, if you're going to stores like Ulta and they see that you're like, a young girl, like, why aren't you one
matching.
getting the
Well,
right
Ulta
shade for
still
her?
doesn't get the right
Two,
shades. So
I know. Two, teaching her how to use the product and
yeah.
giving her recommending a product that doesn't clog the pores. Like, if I tell you, hey, I'm buying this because I'm trying to cover up acne, why would you give me a super thick
Yeah, like
concealer?
because you know where I got mine was MAC. And I'm talking
Oh,
that was yeah, I was doing full coverage 1 year.
they set you up because MAC be oxidizing too, so the color be changing.
Yeah, they and like I remember that I'm not kidding you, that like had to be my like I will say growing up that was probably my biggest just because like people ingrained that in me. Like they would like make like multiple people and I know you shouldn't like let it get like obviously now I look back and I'm like I feel sad
Yeah,
like
but
that I went through that. But I'm a
you're a
kid. Like I
kid.
can't yeah, and I'm making
Kids are
like
just mean, bro.
exactly. And I just find it sad though because like it's either you don't wear makeup and it's like, oh, she's got like that was another thing they would make fun because I had oily skin. I still have comedy. That was weird to me that they would make fun of me for having oily skin.
Yeah, like, why are you
I don't know.
clocking me like that?
Yeah.
Get me a paper towel then. Like, do something.
Give me a blotting sheet.
Facts. Like, come on. Gift me that for
And it was
Valentine's Day or
like
something.
girls too, girls and guys. I remember I was like, I'm not this
Nah,
isn't
some
me
of the
saying like
girls were
I
ruthless,
wasn't
bro.
like I was not like a targeted like bullied by like a lot. This is just like a few instances that happened and I was just like I was very shy in middle school especially. So like I my like not like my confidence but like yeah, my confidence like I stepped into myself more in high school because I used to get like pushed around a lot more in like middle school I'd say. Um, but yeah, they would say stuff like that, and I was like, so then that's when I started wearing makeup, and it would be some people that you were like friends with too. That's the best part.
That's the frenemies.
Yeah, I'm like, because that's one thing I don't ever recall making fun of somebody for their body, their skin, like what their you know what I mean, like these things that like oh
Yeah, I don't
hair,
recall doing that.
hair, hair. That's another one.
Yeah. Hair,
That
yeah. For me, that was an interesting
I
little.
guess that's also a very different experience for you too. 'Cause there
Yeah,
wasn't
because
many
my
black
hair
women in there.
my hair is completely like not even close to anyone else's.
Oh, yeah, there wasn't
So,
yeah.
but I mean, I don't know. I would try to do what the white girls would do, like put mousse in my hair. Like, girl, be serious. You know you need that gel. Stop playing with the mousse. The mousse ain't holding
Mhm,
nothing. I'll try to like scrunch my hair.
mhm.
What am I scrunching it for? It's already curly. That negates any
Yeah,
purpose that
that's
I'm trying. It just,
yeah, you wouldn't need to
girl.
s yeah.
Either way. I mean, they knew not to
Which
say
I
nothing to me. I think
well,
that's
I
really
think
where that is
it was
too.
also, like, the school we went to, again, we're saying
It was
there wasn't much
predominantly white.
diversity. So it was things that, like yeah. And I
It
have,
was
like
things that would make us different from
exactly.
them.
Yeah.
So,
Which there were
but I
some
mean,
people that might have had the same type of hair as me, but, like, I don't know. I bet because I didn't learn how to really style I to this day, I'm like, "Do I even know how to style my hair?" I don't care if people
I
like make
literally just figured out how
I
what looks good
barely
on me.
sometimes I'm like, "I don't know." But, like, people would be like, "Oh" like, I remember people saying like, "Oh, I like your hair, like, straight." Like, more than, like, natural.
See, they don't be saying dumb things like that to me because they know they would get rocked.
No, or they would say, like no, one time I know, again, I'm not making myself like a victim. These are just things that, like, happen of
Well,
why
no, let's just say that some of these people that were in our that we knew, like in high school and middle school, just rude. Like they just say
they
things
were
like nobody
like,
asked you
who asked you know
anything.
what? And these are people that, like I would not like consider BFFs,
And
but like
they
I
don't
had a
even know what they're
classmate.
saying. Like they're not
They
even
don't know.
conscious of how rude what they're saying is.
No, literally one time, like I wore my hair like natural, and again, I was figuring out how to do my hair. Like I was using like mousse. I was watching because my mom has like does not have the same hair type as me, so like I had to really
Hmm.
learn on my own. Shout out to YouTube, but I was really like testing it out and like wearing my hair natural. And one time, someone like was saying she's like because one I tried like something new one day. She's like, "Wow, your hair actually looks good today." I'm like, "Who
Damn.
would literally said that?" I was like.
Oh my God.
I'm like, you don't need to hit me with a backhanded compliment. One,
Facts. You could have just kept that to yourself, babe.
I would never say
Oh
it's
my.
different. Say like, oh, you look nice today. You say it. You actually like chill.
See, honestly, I think it was probably better that in middle school we weren't like super duper close because I would probably get in trouble on your behalf because I'm fighting these people. And I was bold in middle school, so I would really fight them
Yeah.
for real.
This one
So,
happened.
I
This was
mean, maybe
ninth grade. I
that's
will say. I just didn't say it. I just let it go. I was like, but I will. The thing is, the fact that I still remember this to this day just goes to show, like, I can't imagine like how much it impacted me back then. Because like you're just kind of stepping into who you are. Like you're trying to
yeah.
figure out yourself and like and it's sad when it's a woman saying these things like another girl because clearly that's an insecurity that they're projecting if you have to come at someone for like their looks, you know what I mean, like what are you
Exactly. No
insecure
one
about?
asked you if you like my hair or not.
Yeah, I did not
So
ask.
why are you commenting?
I would never say do you like does it look good, like now I will, I'll be like
Yeah, like
does
how do
it,
you like
I'm
does it
like
look?
do you think I
How
need
are
to
you
fix a
liking the
piece?
curls?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like what? What is wrong? Nah,
Yeah,
the
I think
school that we
it's
went to, we had some bold people for real.
we had some bullets to go away.
They now the thing is they were bold, but they were scary too because they weren't saying nothing crazy to me because they knew they would get the wrath and they weren't ready for that. So all I got was compliments for real. Now they might
Yeah,
have been talking about me behind my back. They lucky it didn't get to me. They must
I
have
don't even
kept it
think
really
they,
tight
yeah,
lipped. But they knew.
they go after people who like know wouldn't say
Won't
anything back.
yeah, exactly.
And I think that's
Exactly.
why, and this really like only happened until I will say like maybe ninth, 10th grade. Like cuz my last years of high school like I really like no I didn't what anyone said to me did not impact me, like I didn't care. I was very
Exactly.
confident in who I was, like I liked what I wore, you know what I mean? Like nothing really like obviously like there were still other insecurities potentially, but like what people said like didn't really, I don't know, or they just stopped
Yeah.
saying stuff like that. Maybe because I showed more like I was really shy. Like not like incredibly shy, but I was pretty shy, especially when like people would say stuff like that to me. Like now, if someone would say that to me, I'd be like, "All right, no one asked you. One,
Facts. Smart
two,
Alec.
should I grab a mirror?
Bozo.
Because
Oh,
no, I'm
should
good.
Alexa play Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson for real? Like, take a look at
No,
yourself, Faye.
no,
Take
but
a
like
look
I'm
at
just
yourself.
like I don't know why people say that, and I hope to God like people. I mean, I'm sure like that still happens now. Like I don't with especially with like how accessible social media is now. Like the comparison, like girls are doing like full face makeup now. Like
I
the way
know.
I looked at 13, like 13-year-olds now, like and that to
But
me is sad.
that's but I saw this thing and it's so true because think about when like we were those ages, like even like from like, like from 8 to like 13. Like we had stores like Justice and like all these like actual stores specifically for tweens, in
Yeah.
between the teens
Mm-hmm.
and the tweens.
Yeah.
um and they don't have like girls don't have those stores anymore.
Right.
So they're shopping at the same places that we're shopping at.
That's
You know what I'm saying? And I
so.
think that's so sad because there's stores that I wasn't shopping at
I wasn't wearing a
Victoria's
crop top at
Secret
age
at
12.
like exactly, and I wasn't shopping at Victoria's Secret at age 10. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like
Yeah.
they
Or
don't
yeah.
have so like I can't even like put it on them like, "Oh my god, these kids are growing up so fast." It's like cuz they're kind of forced to like where else are they
Right.
going to
It's
get
definitely yeah.
clothes?
It's not there, and I think again this isn't when I say like people said these things to me, like I don't like I obviously like forgive them, you know, it's not really like them that's the issue. I think it's just society in general and they've just like clearly let it get like I don't know.
I
Just
I'll
the fact.
I'll put it
Maybe
on
I'll give him a
them.
little
I'm Yeah, we're not
well, yeah,
they're not
that's
getting away
different.
scotch free, honey. That was you. You got creative with that one. That wasn't even a standard, a beauty standard. You just want to be rude.
You want to be
Like, okay.
No,
You
but the
just want to
tween
come up with
thing,
something.
yeah, you just wanted to you want
You just
they
want
just
to
wanted to
you just
light a
want to say
fire.
something. Yeah.
You
Like, okay.
um but yeah, I think like I agree with like the girls who are doing like all like dressing way too old for their age. That it has to go with just how society is basically shifted, fast fashion, everything like, and they're profiting off of like 12-year-olds, which to me is just sad. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just so glad that like we kind of missed that generation, because that would have like I can't imagine having to get up every morning, do a full face of makeup, put together like a fit. Like I was putting together a fit, like kind of a fit, but I wasn't
I
like
was
that.
throwing fits low
I was
key.
throwing fits. I was throwing fits. Yeah, but like I'm not thinking like, oh my god, like I need to like put all this stuff. I need to
I was
show
throwing fits, but like
more like
I'm looking
body though.
back. Yeah, I'm looking back at the fits, the so-called fits. I'm
Yeah,
like,
me
why
too.
did anyone
I
let me
thought
out the house?
I
And
thought I
I would
wore.
ask my mom. I'd be like, "Yo, can you take a picture of me before I get on the bus?" And I'm looking at these pictures, bro. Why was I sorry, I have to just get off on this tangent real quick. Why was I wearing like a whole maxi dress,
I
right?
was literally just about to bring up
With a
that Mac.
scarf.
Wait, is
What?
that the picture that we have that we took in the library?
No, no.
Oh, that was a
That one's
different Mac.
okay, but we were and the
You
thing
were
is I
maxi
looked
dress
old.
with a
Yeah, like
scarf.
it made me look old, like
Wait.
maxi dresses, because I'm so short. So it
No,
doesn't like,
that also goes into the fact that like low key business casual was like in.
bro, why was I wearing like a blazer? And I thought I was eating.
No, like,
What is
do you ever
wrong?
remember when like those statement like necklaces were in, like those teacher
Yep.
necklaces?
Yep, in a
Like
blouse. And we were wearing
I
blouses.
was wearing
No, Natalia had some blouses for real. You know how you could go to
me in a
like New
black.
York and Company and you could get like, oh, you could get like a certain amount of tops and
Hold
like you
on, let
get
me
like the
tell you.
necklace for like 50% off, like a statement necklace. Natalia was
I
in there
was
like
so
swimwear,
I
bro.
swear to God, me and my mom were in the same section getting she was in work bus, and I was getting button ups for school because
No, it was the
oh,
polos for me.
the
One thing
polo.
about it,
The way I was
I'll
whipping
pull out a
out,
polo.
I pulled out a polo multiple times. I had
What?
one.
I would pull out, this is the best part. I'd whip out
You had
polos,
polos.
right? Rock them with sweatpants. What? And
I
Jordans.
just think it's funny though. Like that to me is like personal style evolving. Now I just feel like they just watch everyone else is wearing. But like
Exactly.
I think that was different because I think like it's funny that I went through the era, but I quickly on like the business casual. At least we're not millennials. Yo,
Oh God, nah,
no,
they took it to a new
no
level.
way to millennials. But the pictures, and I remember this, like looking back,
They'd
like
whip out the bow
older
tie.
people.
I'm like,
You're
what?
gonna have to put a photo of Melanie with a
They would put the they would do the bow tie with the 3D glasses from the movies.
they were whipping.
What is the fit?
They were whipping out. No, they really said business casual.
Casual.
We got networking at the club. Like we're
Okay.
going. No, because they're whipping out button ups, like blazers. Like there was a pic. Like they, and it's funny because on TikTok, like I see people that come out with like, "Why are we doing this back then?" Like they did this dirty
Yeah.
because they would show a picture of all their friends, like what they were wearing. Like, though the comments had me done. Everyone's like, it's looking like the head of HR and the team
Literally.
going to the
Literally.
club. The
Nah.
way they
They were
were
bugging
dressing,
out.
I was done. But I think I just think it's fun. Like I miss that time, like when you could just kind of look back and be like,
What the hell?
what the hell? Like I just feel like now, like everyone is kind of wearing the same. I mean, there's some personal style, but I just feel like because of fast fashion, because of influencers, kind of everyone
Yeah,
is
everyone's just
dressing
wearing the
based
same
on
thing.
what. Yeah, I mean, there's obviously like in New York City, like there's a lot of people who have personal style, like they're
Yeah.
doing. Don't get me wrong, there still is that, but I'm just talking about like majority of people, like society, like general people who aren't really into style, they're just literally wearing what like society's telling them to wear, fast fashion. So I don't know, but yeah, we'll reel it back in
Yeah.
to sorry, we went on like a tangent on
We had to go on a little tangent
whatever.
on the fashion, which
Um,
goes hand in hand. I
goes
mean,
hand
certain
in
things I
hand.
couldn't wear. I couldn't tell you the last time I wore low rise jeans. I don't think I ever did.
Oh yeah. Oh, and
And
like
if I
when
did, my
yo
butt crack was out. So there it is. Like that
oh
wasn't
god,
for me. So we moved
that's so
on. So
funny.
certain
Yeah.
things just aren't for you. So
Yeah, that's
there's the
oh
fashion
man.
part.
Yeah. But yeah, I think bringing it back into like kind of how our body image like or how we kind of saw ourselves evolve and like when do you think was kind of like the taking point of like when you not like stopped caring, but like really like stepped into who you were and didn't like I don't know, was it like
I
during high
think
school,
if
in
anything,
college,
like
after college?
I think if anything, it's gotten worse the older I've gotten.
I was okay, that's funny that you said that because I was literally just thinking that.
I used to really not care. I was actually pretty content, like moderately content.
Mhm.
Obviously, I had my little here and there, like, oh, okay, I can lose a couple pounds. But now I feel like there's such a pressure to be like, no stomach, small waist. That's like such a very, like,
Right.
that's like the idolized body right now.
Mhm.
And like, I don't really have that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's just gotten worse because now we're more active on social media. Like I wasn't that active on social media back then, in middle school, high school.
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like maybe in college it's kind of just gotten worse. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I was
It's
just
definitely gotten worse though for me.
yeah. I think for me also like I I mean, I like you said, I've always been critical kind of in some way to my body, which is sad to look back at because I look back at pictures and like there was a time where I was like probably the best shape ever. Like I literally had abs. I think I showed you that picture. I was like I
Yeah.
actually had abs for like maybe 2 years. Like senior year of high school into college. Like there was like a brief period and I still didn't think I looked good. Like I still had
Yeah.
things to say about my body. And I look back, I'm like, I wish I appreciated my body like that. But then I'll say the same thing about like now I could look back at like a picture of like senior year in college, like which was 2, 3 years ago. I'm like, I wish I appreciated my body because my body has like changed. And I think that just happens with being a woman. Like you go through a lot of changes. Um especially in your 20s, like your body just doesn't stay the same and it's hard to like even if you're working out and staying consistent, it's still you're gonna have changes and you just have to accept it.
Well, yeah, they say that like you kind of go through like a second puberty, like your second
Mhm.
half of your
Yeah.
20s, and I feel like I'm slowly noticing that. That's why
Mhm.
they always say, like, a lot of people would say, like, to wait and get like your procedures done, like if there's something that
Mhm.
you're not happy with, like wait till you like your later 20s because your
Mhm.
body is still like developing and changing and stuff.
Mhm.
So I think for me, I think it's just as of recent that I've kind of just allowed myself to just wear what I want to wear because I
Mhm.
used to be very like, even though I wouldn't really, it wasn't really me comparing myself to anyone else. It was more so I didn't like how I looked in
Mhm.
certain things.
Mhm.
And I used to be like, oh yeah, when I get this size, I'll wear this dress. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll wear this swimsuit. I'll wear a two-piece when I'm this size or when I get to this weight. And like last year I was like, no child, I'm going on this beach and Fupa gonna be out, child. And whoever don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Buy me a cover up then. How about that? Because I ain't covering up. So it's
Mhm.
just been like as of late that I've kind of just been like, you know what, Ashley, like you don't have to wait to wear something. Like you
Mhm.
don't have to put that pressure on yourself. Like you're beautiful enough to wear it now. Like your body
Mhm.
is fine to wear it now.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And
So
I think that also comes with like I think a confidence is the most beautiful thing like anyone can hold, like any gender and especially women like if you can really tell how confident, and I'm not going around saying like, oh, that woman's not confident, this one is, like, but you can kind of tell in general, like, when a woman is so confident in their body. Like, I see, I'm like,
Mhm.
wow, like, she's a badass woman just walking out, like, she does not care, like, and I'm like, she looks beautiful in that, like, she's really
Mhm.
rocking the crap out of that dress or whatever, that bikini. Like, I think it can go with like your body posture, like the way of like, because when you even just having your shoulders back, like just walking with like better posture just makes you look
Mhm.
more confident. It makes you feel more confident. Like doing small changes like that, keeping your head up, like, or like when you walk into a room, like not looking at your phone, things like that.
Exactly, yeah.
Like just walking directly, like no matter what you look like, I'm telling you, if you just hold confidence in who you are, like you're gonna start to feel the part. Because that's what I do now. Like I'm like sometimes I'm like, if I were to like just stare at myself for like 30 minutes, I could probably like criticize my body. I don't even do that. I'm like, I'm gonna rock this dress. I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna like strut in there. I don't care what I look like to others. Like to me, I think I look good. And I think that's the
Facts.
most important part, that like, and people can really get off that energy. Like at least I can. And I think most people can too. Like there's beautiful women that I see that you can tell are insecure and you can really read off of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's true.
But
I mean, for me, I think it might be different because, like, my thing has always kind of been my weight. That's always been like a
mhm,
personal struggle
yeah.
for me. And it's gotten not necessarily worse, but I've been more critical of myself
Mhm.
within the past couple years now. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wear whatever I want to wear. And even if I don't feel like, even if I'm not happy about where I am with my weight or anything, you know what? I'm in the process of getting to
Right.
where I want to be.
I think
And
that's,
it's not
yeah,
going to be overnight. So until then,
you're
I'm
gonna
going to wear
enjoy
this
it.
dress. I'm going to go out with my girls and
Right.
it's going to be a good time
Yeah.
and I'm going to have look I feel good. I look good. I smell
Mhm.
good. Like,
Exactly.
come on now. It's all about like energy, I feel.
I agree.
And like I'm a good person. So people
Right.
pick
We
up
should
on
be
that.
reading people like based on their character anyways, not their physical appearance. And like I think that's why we attract really good people into our lives, is because we are really going based on your energy and who you are as a person rather than like what you look like. You know what I mean? Or
Exactly.
like
Like what you look like doesn't really matter to me.
it
As
does
long as
not
you're a
matter.
good person. I
And you
mean,
bring the energy, like
facts.
that's way more like important than what you're gonna
Exactly.
like, I don't know. But yeah, and I think you made a good point on like we might not be like where you want to be, but you're just going to enjoy until you get there, because you're going to like, if we don't enjoy now, again, we're going to look back in 5 years and be like, damn, like I wish I wore that dress. I wish I just
Exactly.
went out and had fun with my friends. Like the amount of people, like not that I know, that I've heard of, that are like don't want to go out because they just don't feel confident in like what they're wearing. Like, "Oh, I just hate the way I look," like,
Yeah.
or I don't know, I don't like anything, like I like that's just like, it's sad because you're missing out on experiences that you're never gonna have again. You know what I mean? Like we're never gonna
Exactly.
be this young again. Like
We're never going to be this young and hot again.
exactly. And then like, and I just always see it. There's always going to be imperfections. Like you're never going to be perfect, especially if you're a woman. Like your body's gonna continuously change. Like things we have to go through. Wait until you have kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like post like that, you're gonna go through a whole other body change and like and have to deal with that. So it's like I think it's just a matter of us really just enjoying and accepting. And I know it's easier said than done. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
for
like
sure.
I don't know. But going into that, I think we should kind of like quickly on this topic saying like what are some things that like we practice to kind of hold better body positivity? Like I don't know if you do anything to like kind of help you, give you confidence, or like I don't know. Like any tips you would give, or if you were to tell like your 13-year-old self, or like someone who's like not as secure in their body and is trying to get there, like what would you tell them?
I mean, my 13-year-old self was fire. Like she didn't care about nothing.
I
So
know,
if
yeah.
anything, it's like
Maybe you're like,
she got to tell me
tell
something.
me something. Yeah.
Um, but
Or just in general, like what would your advice be? Or what are things that help you?
I mean, I listen to just in general, I listen to affirmations, but there's a
Mhm.
lot of like self-love affirmations out there that you
Mhm.
could say to yourself. And yeah, I mean, just love yourself. I mean, you're only given one body. This is your
That's a big
body.
one. Yeah.
So
And nobody has your
if
exact body either.
exactly, and if you don't like something about it, okay, and if it's something that you could work towards, then work on it. But just know that's not the end all be all. That's not the only thing that you have to, rely on is, oh, I don't look good. Da, da, da. Like if you're a good person, you have friends that love you, family that loves you, like just
Mm-hmm.
focus on that stuff because you need to love yourself too. I think that's really
Yeah.
like where the root of all this comes from. Like, yes, there may be external factors
Mm-hmm.
like social media that make you feel like, obviously, like at times can make you feel insecure, but you don't know those people. They could be horrible
Yeah.
people. They could have nice bodies, horrible people,
And they could also be
which is a lot of
incredibly
them.
insecure.
Exactly. Like you don't
Like you
know, like you
really,
can't
yeah.
compare. And I think
Yeah.
comparison is truly like the thief of joy
Mm-hmm. I agree.
because when you try to compare yourself to other people and you think like, oh, they have this body, so that's why. Da, da, da. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you can do to change what you want to change. And until then, you just need to accept yourself for where you're at right now.
Yeah. I like that.
That's all. That's
It's
what
good.
I be doing, child. I be,
Yeah.
I got the dump truck in the back, but I got the foop in the front.
See,
I gotta figure out what's going on. I'm happy with one, not happy with the other, so I gotta figure that out. But
yeah. I mean, but some people could like, and but you
but
also
some
don't know
people
like
love my fupa too.
no, but also some people. That's what I was about to say. Like some
I ain't got
people
no
could be
complaints now.
no, but could be admiring. Like we all have like secret people that just admire us that we don't even know about.
Facts.
That think,
Now let me get close to the camera real quick. If you are in secret admiring me, show yourself, boo. Show yourself. Show yourself now. Okay? All right. Just have to
I'm
put that
weak.
out there. It's a safe space. Show
It's like
yourself.
not sure.
What are
I'm
you
really
doing
done now.
hiding,
Hit her
babe?
up.
What are you doing?
Hit her up.
Facts. Come on now.
Instagram
Like,
link below.
you trying to get on the roster before
She's
summertime, before
single.
Memorial Day weekend? Or what?
I'm
All
weak.
right then. If you are,
Let her
DM
know.
me. No, I'm playing.
I'm weak. No, I
That
guess
just
what I
turned
meant.
into an ad.
No, not an ad. I think the point of like I meant obviously that too, but I could think also like women. Like sometimes I'm like I see someone, I'm like, wow, she looks really good.
Oh
Like you
yeah,
never know
facts.
when you walk out, like they could be like, wow, like you look just secretly thinking that without even telling somebody. So I think
Exactly.
that's
Facts.
important. And I think also focusing on like what you do bring to the table, not in like not what you bring to the table, but I'm saying like what your favorite things are about yourself. I know you have at least one or two. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, I mean, I got a list, you know.
Running and it's
but
running. We keep adding.
but I think like personality, it could be looks, whatever you think is like gonna like make you like remind yourself that you really are that girl or that guy or whatever.
That
Like you,
bitch.
I didn't want to swear, but what Ash said. I just
Why
think
not? We're
I know you're
adults
right.
here.
I think just focusing on that and like will really help you, overcome those other insecurities. Because once you really see the other things that you have, you know what I mean? Like the smaller
Yeah,
things
they
that you're
always
protecting
outweigh.
kind
They
of
always
outweigh.
outweigh.
Yeah, wait, like you think like, oh, you might be funny, you might be like a really caring person, you might have really
Check,
nice hair,
check,
you might have a nice
check,
smile.
check. I mean, come
Smile,
on
like I'm
now.
thinking, like you might look like I don't. You never know. Like there's
Got a cute
just
little
make
nose. Look at my little
yeah, you
nose.
might
Oh,
have a no
cute.
like cute nose. You might have like you don't really like just you can come up with something. All right, like
Facts. And you
but I
better love
think
the hell out of that something
no, exactly. And I
until you love more.
one last thing like I just want to mention is well, I told Ash this like obviously like in private, but I said one of my goals for 25 was to be nicer to myself and like in every way like give myself more grace when I make mistakes or like
Mm-hmm.
I'm like not just like body image wise, but just in general, but also body image wise. Cause like I said, I feel like not lately, like I am confident in who I am. Like I don't like hate myself or anything, but I think it's very easy to just like, wow, I wish I like could lose a little bit more weight or, I wish I like did this,
Mm-hmm.
And I've been like pretty good at that recently, just kind of accepting who I am and like just owning it. But obviously it takes time. And like one thing I think of is like I saw this thing, it's like put a picture of like your younger, like 5 or 6 year old self, like on the mirror. And like
Mm-hmm.
anytime you're saying something mean to yourself, you're saying it to like her. And I was
Damn, I
like,
would cry.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I just get like, because like you would think of like your 6 year old self, like so happy, like
Yeah,
loves herself, like enjoys life. Like, and not saying that's not who we are now. Like, I'm not saying we have any like sort of bad body, like, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, we can be critical. Like, we're our biggest critics, I feel, than we
yeah,
are, like, than anyone else. Like, no one's criticizing as much as we do to ourselves, if you think
I
about it.
agree.
In your head, out loud, like, whatever. So I think when you start to get those thoughts, like, really just think, like, your inner child, like, that's who you're really hurting, you know, and she wants you to be happy, or
Exactly.
he, or whoever. So that's my, like, one tip. But yeah,
Cheers.
cheers to that. Um,
Cheers
that's
to
kind of my
loving
cheers
ourselves.
to loving and letting go of the perfection. Like, it's so exhausting to be like, there's something new that they're gonna come up with for women every year, every day. Like, just let it go. You don't need to stress about it. You don't need to be.
Exactly.
You don't need to gua sha every night. You don't need to do like
First of all, if you
so
fun fact for those that do that, if you do it wrong, you're actually causing more damage
and
to
more.
yourself.
Exactly.
So
Not
make
saying
sure
gua.
be
Like, if you
careful
want to
now.
do gua sha, like do like, I'm
Yeah,
not
do
saying
it. Just
don't
make
do
sure you're
it.
doing it right is what
Do
I'm
it. Yeah,
telling
yeah, do it
everybody.
right. But
Because
I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
want
like,
you to
don't
be
get
hurting
so
nerves.
not nerves. But I just feel like there's so many things now, like on social media. It's like, oh, like do this for your skin, do this for your body, do these exercises. Like now it's like, don't weight lift, do Pilates so your body looks like this. Like start doing this to your
Yeah.
hair, do your makeup like this, get the clean.
I
Like
think it's also just the overload of information.
it's overload of information. It's like you have to do like 5 billion things. It's like sometimes you just gotta like it's
Be like, I'm not
okay.
doing that.
I'm
I'm not
not
doing
do.
that.
It's okay. Pick what you
Straight
want
up.
to do. Pick what you don't want to do. It's okay. Like there's constantly going to be something that's going to pop out that
But
you're
the
gonna have to
best
do.
part is half majority of the people that are watching it too are saying the same things in the comments. They're like, "I love that I'm watching this workout routine, and I bookmarked it. I'm never gonna see it
Not
again.
doing
I'm
it.
never gonna do it." Yeah, and that's me. I'd be like, "Oh, maybe we'll save it for the archives, just in case I
I'm
get a
weak.
a wild one day." I'm like, "Ooh, let me do a little TikTok workout." Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad we're like realizing that and, slowly becoming our best selves. It's a journey. Self love is a journey.
It's a journey.
And yeah. Anyways, cheers to that. Cheers to every single type of
Cheers.
woman, every body type, every, every type of person, because we're all different and we should just accept how we are. Our differences are what make us great, honestly. So
Exactly. No one's like you unless you have a twin. But even then,
even then,
no one's
different.
like you. So
Listen.
there's only one you. So you better
Hmm.
make the most of it, child. And better stop trying to look like somebody else.
I'm weak.
That's all I gotta say.
Anyways.
Become
All
the
right.
best version of you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, not a bar. All right. We'll leave it on that bar.
And that's yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Okay, we're gonna do a quick put you on segment. I think just music. Do you have any songs?
I do.
Okay.
First one is which I'm gonna send it to you because you're gonna like it. It's called Lil Wayne, Twist Made Me Do It. It's from Sorry for the Wave. Real ones know about that. You're gonna. I don't know. I'm assuming you would like it. It's basically him remixing "Sure Thing" by Miguel. So it's
Oh,
like his. It's just a Lil Wayne
okay.
verse on it. Fire.
Yeah. Okay.
Really good. I forgot. It's been trending on TikTok. I'm like, damn, I haven't heard this version in years.
I'm weak.
Um, Next song is "Love and Reggae" by Collie Buddz. Fire. I don't know why I'm just now seeing that. Um, I'm pretty sure my brother sent me the album that it's from. I just never listened to it.
I'm weak.
And then the next song is No Idea by Don Toliver because I've just been in my Don Toliver bag
Wait,
lately.
me too.
His new album's fire. This isn't from his new album, but
Wait, what was the song
that
called?
was No Idea.
No idea. Okay.
It's from his Heaven or Hell album.
Okay.
But yeah, that song it just reminds me of college. So I just love that song.
Yeah.
And I just been in my Drake bag, y'all. Like, I don't know what's happening. I really don't know. I think I said it last week. Text Green, Falling Back, Hours in Silence, Treacherous Twins. Like, it's just
Mhm.
been middle of the ocean. Like, it's just too much. But really,
Mhm.
the one song that I've been bumping is Right Here by Justin Bieber and Drake. Oh, God, that's a classic.
Wait. Didn't I just send you something on TikTok on that? I sent you
Oh,
a
yeah,
TikTok.
because I reposted it. I
Oh.
reposted it. So that's why it popped up on your page.
Oh, I didn't even see that you reposted it. Interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a
Because I was like,
bop.
it's like on the bottom was like, you reposted. I'm like, this girl done sent me
I
something
didn't
I
see
done
that.
reposted
Maybe you
already.
repost. Sometimes it doesn't show that you repost though. Like if it's like
Usually it
behind.
tells me. Well, I think you liked it
Sometimes it
and
does.
it let me know.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Anyways,
But those are
that
those are the
song is a
songs.
bop. That
I was
song,
bumping it last night while I was like trying to clean off my desk. I was like,
he
oh
ate.
my God. Because that came out like summer of
That was like a
like senior year.
2015,
Senior
2014,
year. I think it
right
was, or
here.
maybe, yeah.
No, it was on his like it was like an
I
older
think it was
album.
junior year. Junior
Mhm.
year. Because I don't think I was driving it.
Mhm.
But that right there, because people were like, "Oh, people are only saying like journals, like that's the only like thing that he has that's like R&B." I'm like, "Girl, right here. Have y'all heard about that one?
Yeah,
That's a
no.
great R&B
Bop.
song."
He needs to do an R&B album though, but you know what?
I'm waiting. Like, is he too? But clearly, I was gonna say, is he too saved to not do that? Like, too religious now? But I'm like,
He just did
no,
that
because he
song with
just did
Don
that
Tell.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. So just
No.
Jaquavius Bieber,
Drop
I'm
the
gonna need
album.
you to, yeah, drop
Get
the
in the
R&B
stew.
album. I'm waiting, because that's his best album, Journals, and I'll see. Even though it's not an album, I'll consider it an album. I would love it on vinyl. That would be
Mhm.
pretty awesome. And he performed it on, I forget what app it was. It might have been TikTok Live for Valentine's Day, like a couple years ago, and that was the first time he ever performed the whole album. And I watched the whole thing. I'm a believer. Holla at me. But
Holla
what
at
you
us
been
for
listening to?
believers.
Facts, okay? Like,
Um,
I'm about to get JB tatted on the wrist.
I'm about
Nah,
to
that's OD. Um, what have
let
you been
me.
listening to?
I need to listen to this song quick because I like songs. I forget if I like it or not.
You always do that. And it's like, do you really like it? You just be liking them.
No, because sometimes I'm like, okay. Sometimes I like a song because I listen. Okay, quick 1 minute thing. I listen to like EDM focus at work, and sometimes I like a song. I'm like, this one really made me focus. Maybe I'll like listen
You're
to
an idiot. You need to make a separate
no,
playlist,
I'm gonna make a
clearly.
playlist or that. But yeah, anyway, so sometimes I don't know. Okay, so this song is called "Wasting My Time," featuring it's by Eluge, J Rob, and Zelo. I really like it. It's a vibe. Second song is from the Metro Boomin album "Around Me," featuring Don Tolliver. I don't know if that's already on it,
Fire.
but I really think it's a good song. Third song is called "The Dress" by Dijon. I think it's such a cute song. Um, yeah, that's about it. I can't think of anything else at the moment that I'm like. Obviously, there's songs I listen to, but yeah, yeah. Um, but with that, we will catch y'all next week.
Catch you on the flip side.
Catch y'all on the flip
Again,
side.
it's so Women's History Month, so
Yeah,
make sure
sharing the pod.
you're doing what you got to do. Support a woman-owned, minority-owned podcast. Come on
Mm-hmm.
now. Come on now.
Give us a
That's a
like,
double
share,
whammy.
subscribe.
That's double the points. For every
You
dollar you
write us,
spend, you get 2
write it. You
points.
know what? Honestly, all you have to do this Women's History Month, go write a review.
Write a review.
Go write a review right now. Right
Well,
now. Right now.
listen to the pod,
Listen first.
obviously.
Yeah, yeah. Listen to the pod. Well, if they got this far, they've listened already.
You're right.
But go write
And
us
we
a review,
appreciate you.
or even just
Appreciate you.
go tap. You don't want to write one. It's fine. You can
which
go
we
hit
would prefer, but okay.
that'd be
We'll
so
take the
nice for
5
Women's History
stars.
Month. Um, but yeah. Anyways, all right. We wish everyone a very happy, continue to enjoy Women's History Month. Next week we're gonna be almost near spring, so I'm gonna be in a better mood, even better than I am now. So, oh, and I'm
Hopefully it don't
oh
be
shoot,
acting
hope we
different,
don't.
the
Yeah,
weather, because you know
you
where
know,
we
March
located.
be.
As soon as it says spring, they're like, snowstorm. How about that? Is it really spring? So Mother Nature,
Yeah,
please, Lord, honey, don't
yeah, no.
give us
Um,
grace. Give us grace this spring, please. I need it. We need it.
oh gosh, yeah. Anyways, all right. Well, we will catch you guys later. Thank you for listening, and yeah, have a great rest of your day and week. We love y'all.